set to go. 100,000 on their feet at Richmond, and we're racing in the Chevy Monte Carlo 400. Jeff Gordon leads lap 1. Here's Sterling Marlin challenging Rusty Wallace for second.
And to no one's surprise, that low groove is working the best right now. We will see this groove, the fastest point of the racetrack, move up in the corners as the night progresses.
Marlin second, Wallace third, Jeff Burton fourth, Ward Burton fifth, Casey Atwood takes sixth from Bobby Labonte, and we reach lap 3.
Man, Jeff Gordon is loving this as these guys battle for position. He's just driving away from them.
Behind Wallace and Marlin, the Burton brothers have exchanged a spot. Ward has gotten by Jeff to take fourth. Jeff is fifth. Casey Atwood and Ron Hornaday racing for sixth, but still second place is the hot spot.
They keep trading the inside and outside. One lap, Rusty's on the bottom. The next lap, he's on the outside groove.
And I'm surprised, you know, we saw the Busch race start out like this, but then the high line got really good, and I'm surprised it's taken this long for the Cup race as well. John
Andretti's got a problem up in turn 4. He's off the pace.
I think the left front tire is flat on that car.
Sure looks like it.
Andretti falling back. Couldn't get the pit road first time by. It happened too quickly.
And we saw some of that last night in the Busch race as well. Left front is definitely down.
Uh-oh. If that tire ends up in the groove someplace, and it did.
Now the question is if he had contact with somebody to cut that tire down.
Let's find out.
Jimmy Spencer on the inside and John Andretti, and
there it is right there. Well, I don't know, it may have went down at that time. Car looks clean.
How about Ron Hornaday, the 14 car, started 10th in the Conseco car, just took 4th spot away from Ward Burton.
Clear by 3, single file.
And Hornaday already moving to the top of the racetrack.
Maybe that's his advantage in the early going. There's a team that needs something good to happen for him tonight. 30th or worse in 12 of the last 15 races.
This is on board the Conseco Pontiac. And I really fear for these bumper cameras.
Hey, well, he talks about these things like he's carrying the note on him or something.
Oh, battle for the lead. Rusty drives on the inside of Jeff Gordon.
Behind them, Hornaday around Marlin for third as Wallace continues.
Still outside, outside.
The Richmond Master to the front.
Battle for 6th position.
Ricky's car is working really good.
Caution, front stretch, Buckshot Jones.
Frank, we're
Very Buckshot, but in gear and go.
Can't get it fired.
Can't get it started.
Second caution is out. Just 28 laps into the race.
Now I think you'll see some cars coming in. I think they've got a better handle on it. You'll see some pit stops.
Well, we're going. Wow.
Got some raw fuel in that pipe there, VP.
Yes, it does. As he was spinning around, if it'll start, all that flame will go away. Finally, it did start. One thing is, had to start, is going to burn up.
Yeah. Catch the grass on fire or something there. All right, let's see. Lead cars, just Jeff Burton is coming in. Jeff in 6th position.
I think you'll see a lot of cars towards the back come in.
Next one back is going to be Joe Nemechek in 19th, Mark Martin in 20th, and a lot of the cars from them on back. So of the top 20, only one coming into pit. Marty?
Yeah, Jeff Burton, and he was just complaining that the car was tight. They're obviously going to give up a lot of track position here, but they think they are much better on the longer runs, and they think that's going to be the key tonight. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
Tony Stewart said he needed a little help in the center of the corner, so they made a track bar adjustment. They also went down 1 pound on each rear tire. Stewart's out of here.
Dale Jarrett in.
Good.
So 19 of the top 20 stay on the track. Only 6th place Jeff Burton comes in, and then those in the back half of the field. Different tire strategy schedules already. We'll see how that plays out when we come back. Back in Richmond as the green flag waves, and we're underway once again. Rusty Wallace, Jeff Gordon, and Ron Hornaday, the top 3.
And check Hornaday out. He likes this running up front, doesn't he?
I'm telling you what, that car's working good up there for him.
2nd place.
Go around the outside of Jeff Gordon. That's not exactly easy to do.
All right, Rusty, look in your rear view mirror. Your biggest nightmare is there. Ron Hornaday.
I'm not sure Rusty's going to make it that easy for him as maybe the 24 did.
As a matter of fact, Jeff Gordon about to lose another spot to Sterling Marlin, a 40 car.
Farthest forward any of the drivers who pitted under the car.
Oh,
Contact. Gordon's in the wall.
Right.
The championship leader in the wall early at Richmond.
Back corner. Right rear corner. Left rear corner.
What a big moment that is.
Wow. Boy.
Lap 35 at Richmond. The point leaders in the wall. Racing for 3rd with Sterling Marlin.
Like garage, bro. Down here, we'll come to that opening. Except for the last opening there.
Heavy damage. Look at that.
Plenty of room. Okay, guys, just remember our drills. Let's get it fixed and get all we can out of this thing.
You hear Jeff said that I gave him plenty of room. He was referring to giving Sterling a lot of room when he went down in the corner.
So let's stay here with all this safety equipment and find out. We might need to move further.
Let's go take a look at what happened.
That's a 40 car. Sterling Marlin to go in the corner. And right there, just as he entered the corner.
We talked about it last night. It doesn't take much. You're in turn all the time here. If you just touch somebody, he's going around.
Yeah, Marlin. The relationship between Marlin's left side tires and that yellow line at the bottom of the racetrack is what you judge by.
Right.
Sterling's up off the bottom.
There was a lot of room down at the bottom of the racetrack for sure.
And there's your 2nd place car. Sterling Marlin has caught Rusty Wallace. I don't know if Sterling right now is a little bit faster or Rusty in trying to work his way through lap traffic has slowed Rusty down.
He's been in some very heavy traffic here these last couple of laps around. He's put Buckshot Jones another lap down, Mike Wallace, Jason Leffler. And would you believe Mark Martin is a lap down, 88 laps in Richmond. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the move.
And Hornaday is about to lose another spot.
So Junior to 5th, Hornaday back to 6th.
And the guy that we haven't talked about that's now in 4th spot is Jimmy Spencer. And he's duplicating his great run in May with another great run here tonight.
Can't forget about Jimmy because Jimmy never forgets. Bill?
Very good, Alan. You know, Spencer's had great runs the last 2 weeks, too. In fact, Liz talked about it on the pre-race show. At Bristol, had a good run going, broke a motor, had a good run going at Darlington, blew up, had a good run here last night and won. Spencer's in a car that has 2 top 10 finishes already this year. I heard something very funny on the radio a few minutes ago. They said, Jimmy, just be patient and you'll get to the front. That's a new strategy for Spencer.
Never work, Bill. That will never work with Jimmy Spencer.
Scoring serial on Jimmy, steadily picked his way to the front. And you saw the lead change while Bill was giving us his report on Spencer. Sterling Marlin has overtaken Rusty Wallace and gone to the point. 3rd different driver to lead. Jeremy Mayfield going a lap down. Is that some smoke from Brett Bodine's car?
Yes, and we see the Ford car has made some contact with the outside retaining wall.
Caution. Caution's out.
Now watch Michael and all these guys race back to the line.
Sterling didn't give anybody anything. That's how he's supposed to do it, according to you guys, right?
According to me.
Yeah, I agree with
MVP. You go for that?
I go for that.
Ricky Rudd wins the race off pit road, followed by Rusty Wallace. Then Dale Earnhardt Jr. is out 3rd. Jimmy Spencer 4th. Kevin Harvick, then Ward Burton, Ron Hornaday, Jeff Burton, Jeff Green, and Tony Stewart. And all those guys that were leaders saved by the caution flag. They were going to have to make a pit stop under green.
Tony Glover, the guy in the white shirt there, the team manager, cannot believe what happened to him.
Now that's the guy in 1st in points, 2nd in points, correct? Is
Third.
Sterling a 2nd, 3rd points?
Sterling's 3rd.
That have had trouble tonight.
Happy days for Ricky Rudd.
Yeah. Although he may be sweating bullets right now.
Yeah.
He may think he's next.
You weren't superstitious like that, were you?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Wow. What's the wow about?
A lot of sideways starts there, like they had cold tires or there were dirt on the tires. 12 car got sideways, 2 car got sideways.
All the guys a lap down trying to get one back from the leaders, but it's not going to work because Ricky Rudd is gone. All right, let's get some updates from pit road now that we're back racing. Marty?
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr. on that last run, guys, a little bit tight in the center. They took half a pound out of the right front tire. The car is outstanding, and they have a million reasons to want to win tonight. They look very strong.
Dale Jr. running in 3rd. Started the race in the 8th position. Talked to him at the driver's meeting tonight. Said, how's your car? He said, it's okay. He looks pretty darn good right now, doesn't it?
Rusty Wallace, we can see 2/3 of a second behind the leader. He's getting a strong challenge from Dale Jr. And we see Rusty losing distance to Ricky Rudd.
We are under caution at Richmond. Elliott Sadler's got some problems.
And that's not the reason for the caution flag. His earlier spin is the reason for the caution flag. He's trying to keep up with the field with a flat right rear tire. Here's the earlier one.
Ouch.
And I'm not too sure that the right rear tire wasn't flat that caused that spin.
I don't think so, BP. I watched that right rear tire, and it was up until he hit the wall.
So he got the first one. Now he's trying to keep up with the field and come back around to the caution flag.
And it peels off the wheel.
And when that steel wheel goes down and meets the racetrack, not a lot of traction there.
The bright orange spoiler, that was one of the cars eligible for the $1 million bonus if he could win the race. The fan who was paired with Elliott was Sharon Bauer of Peoria. Sharon, sorry. She's still having a good time. Just gone back under the green flag here at Richmond. Ricky Rudd, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Rusty Wallace, Jimmy Spencer, Ward Burton. They are the top 5.
And a battle for the lead as Junior looks on the inside of Ricky Rudd. Could not. Why have we got a spin?
Mike Wallace right up through traffic. More scattering. Hornaday is spun. The rest of the field is stopped in the cloud of smoke. And when the smoke clears, how many will have been involved? Looks like just those 2.
Oh, that was lucky.
All right, the 7th car, Mark Martin is right behind him. Come off the corner. And right there, some contact between Mark in the 6 and Mike Wallace in the 7. The 7, Mike Wallace just nails the gas trying to get the car to do a 360. It did one, but the nose hit the wall.
See the 20 just barely get through. Watch Tony Stewart in this.
Look at that. I mean, that's exactly what the drivers are seeing.
Yeah, you're right. You cannot see a thing, and your spotter is trying to tell you which way to go, but he can't see any better than what you can see.
Keep an eye on that orange 20 car. Well, you won't see him in the cloud of smoke either. Mike Wallace, he's coming right up on the wall. See him there? And Wallace goes right down and clears in front of him.
And a deal like that, you're as worried about getting hit than you are hitting somebody.
On board with Mark Martin, you saw that great run he had and got in the back of Mike Wallace. Watch Hornaday, he gets hit.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr., you guys were just talking about how well or how poorly his car actually is running right now. He is tied in the middle and really loose off. And what happens is when he's tied in the middle, when the car finally turns, it makes the car loose. So they have to fix the tied in the middle problem first before the loose off will help out.
That's exactly right, Marty. What happens is when you're pulling the car down, you got those front tires turned, and when you get off the corner, finally those front tires get a grip, and it just swings the rear car around and makes it loose. We got trouble up in 2.
Buckshot, Jones, Ron Hornaday involved. And it looks like Matt Kenseth has gotten a piece of it. 7th caution. Here they come, back to the caution. And Rudd holds the lead. What a shame for Hornaday.
Sure was. Had a great run going. We see a little fire under the hood as he tries to get the car
to a fire extinguisher.
To a fire extinguisher. Now we see the fire under the car.
Not very happy with the 44 by the looks of it.
Okay, last night when 2 guys who were involved in an accident parked next to each other, it got kind of interesting on the track. This doesn't look like it has the intensity.
No, I don't think so. I think right now that Ron Hornaday, as we see him taking his gloves off and getting ready to get out of the car, I just think he's too disappointed right now to do too much of anything.
I believe he may have a conversation here. He didn't get the chance to have that conversation. Buckshot wisely.
He looked like he wanted to, though,
yeah.
didn't he? Ah, that's too bad. Ron had a great run going in the early laps. That car is a mess.
Ran real good last night, too, in the Busch race.
Buckshot Jones has taken his car into the garage area. Don't look, Ron. You're not going to be happy with what you see under there. And Matt Kenseth, the 3rd car involved. Pit road is closed, so we'll take a commercial break here. Come back for the pit stops and the restart on TNT. At the Richmond International Raceway, under caution once again, 7th time in the Chevrolet Monte Carlo 400.
Watch the 17's Matt Kenseth as Hornaday is spinning down the racetrack. Kenseth tries to go between him, the inside wall, and Hornaday, and caught mostly Hornaday.
Let's see what happens here. We got him going down on the inside of the 44. It's just hard to tell from that angle what if 44 came down on the 14 or the 14 slid up into him. The 14 would have been fine if Kenseth would have missed him, though.
Yeah, I don't think that had much damage at all. Matt Yoakum.
Evan Harvick was the first car of the leaders that hit his pit box. He says his car was extremely loose, but his crew chief Kevin Hamlin says, but you're very fast. He says, yes, but I can't pass anybody. Air pressure adjustment in the right rear. DeVille.
Air pressure adjustment for Rusty Wallace to put the car back where it was. They got a plastic bag off the grill. He's away today.
Here's for Ricky Rudd, no changes. He's out of here. He is beaten by Rusty Wallace.
And we are back racing in the Winston Cup event here at Richmond with Rusty Wallace leading. Mark Martin's 28th place, first car a lap down, trying to get back on the lead lap.
That's Jimmy Spencer. Third place car on the outside of Mark. Clears Mark. Martin takes off after Ricky Rudd.
Wallace, Rudd, Spencer, Harvick, Earnhardt Jr., then Stewart, Ward Burton, Johnny Benson, Terry Labonte up to 9th.
Battle for the lead. Here's Rudd on that left rear quarter of Rusty Wallace down in 1.
Man, that 28 is on the bottom. Hooked up down there.
We can see that Rudd, it says 1/10 of a second behind. Now he's just 0.06 of a second. And check it out, side by side down the back. But Rusty Wallace prevails once again.
It's like you were talking earlier, Wally, that Rudd's car just needs the whole racetrack.
Yeah, he gets in really good. He gets through the center good. But in order to jam the gas on the middle off, to keep that momentum going, you need to let the car slide up to the wall. If you hold it down on the bottom line, you actually scrub speed off, getting off the turn.
But Ricky Rudd realizes that he needs to get by Rusty Wallace while these tires are nice and cool, and he's got some kind of grip on the bottom of the racetrack. That's why he's trying so hard.
Just can't get off of turn 2. Every time he looks like he has the nose out in front, they get to turn 2 and Rusty comes out ahead of him.
And you know, Ricky's only hope right there is that maybe Rusty drives it in a little bit too deep and slides up the racetrack, and Ricky can get that half-car advantage getting through the center and then pull up off the turn. But man, Rusty just right now has got his car working a lot better than he had it earlier.
Kevin Harvick closing in the back of Jimmy Spencer.
Yeah, front 6 cars all right there together. Let's check speeds at the line.
They look like they're so equal right now, but they need the same racetrack to be fast. So that's what's making it so difficult. The 25 cannot get up off the corner on the low side.
Oh, there we go.
There's that little temper I was looking for, BP.
That was a slide job.
I just want to hit him, that's all.
15th place for Nadeau, looking down on Richmond from our U.S. Army Skycam. United States Army being Army of 1. Got a car scraping the wall up in turns 1 and 2. It is Daffy Duck.
He might have a tire down.
Jeff Green, right front.
And
the other one's up there.
He's got a tire down. That could have been after hitting the wall, of course, but
8th caution of the race. Mark Martin again trying to get a lap back from leader Rusty Wallace, and again unsuccessful. Here comes Rudd for the lead, looking inside.
And like BP said earlier, this is the time to do it. This is the best your tires are going to be. So you really need to get this done in the next 8 or 9 laps where you got the best grip in your tires.
All right, here comes Ricky. He's looking on the inside, but Rusty gets that great run off too.
Mentioned that both Rick Mast and Jeff Green have taken their cars behind the wall after the damage from the flat tires we saw a minute ago.
Now does Ricky Rudd become offensive or defensive, because he has Dale Earnhardt Jr. right behind him? Ricky Rudd showing just 0.15 of a second behind the leader. Earnhardt Jr. 0.4 of a second. Folks, you can see 0.4, now 0.3. It isn't much.
Cuts low.
Here goes Rudd.
He is doing everything he can to get down there. Here's where he's got the problem, getting the bike off the corner. The 2-car just shoots out of there. Ricky will drive underneath him, but won't be able to get off the corner.
Now the other player in this equation is Jeremy Mayfield in the 12 car. He's the first one a lap down. He's in 24th place. Obviously very fast at this point, but he's going to get around these leaders and catch a caution flag.
And here comes Junior on the outside of Ricky Rudd.
Todd Bodine was off the pace on the backstretch a minute ago. He's gathered it back up and continued on. There are where the drivers in the running for the Winston $1 million bonus are positioned in the race. Earnhardt Jr., Ward Burton, Bobby Labonte, all in the top 10. They've given away the money 10 times out of 18 tries that they've had these $1 million bonus races. So
he's got fluid coming out of there too. BP, see that dripping down there?
Bill Weber.
Well, Terry Labonte on pit road. They're going to look where the sparks were coming from. They had to answer the black flag from NASCAR. Terry very disappointed on the radio. They were hoping they'd be able to stay out and maybe catch a caution, but that didn't happen. This team cannot buy a break. Just as we were talking about how well things were going, they just had another good pit stop. They've got right side tires on Terry's car and send him back out, but lost valuable laps here on pit road under the green.
There's some kind of fluid coming out of the front of that car.
Terry Labonte has made contact with the outside wall, hasn't he?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
All the scuff marks on the right side tires.
And all of a sudden, the 29 car is losing positions. Or maybe he's trying to gain one, trying to pass Spencer, huh?
Yep, Spencer's in 4th, Harvick's 5th, Stewart 6th. And Harvick trying to move forward and see if he can get around Spencer. 256, complete of 400 here in Richmond. Rusty Wallace is your leader.
The Chevy Monte Carlo 400 with the Looney Tunes on TNT is brought to you by Casey Atwood and the Dew Crew. Fueled by Mountain Dew. By Pep Boys. All you need to know is where to go. Pep Boys. And by Team Monte Carlo. The cars more champions depend on. Chevy. We'll be there.
We're under caution in the Chevy Monte Carlo 400 at Richmond. Terry Labonte's problems went from bad to worse. He's crashed in turn 1. You see Terry is out of the car and walking away.
Let's take a look here. See, you got the pipes hanging here, but there's fluid. All this stuff coming off the pipe here, there's water. I don't know where that's coming from, but you can see right in here, all that water coming out. And there's quite a bit. Now, I don't know if he slipped in that when they went back out or the pipe came off.
Let's take a look at the crash and see what we can see. If if you looked at the top of that frame,
Yeah, the pipe is up here.
you could see, well, there's another piece of it, though. Something came out from under that car, and he ran it over.
Yeah. Now, there's the fluid in the pit stall when they left.
I don't know what.
Any idea what that is, BP?
Oh, it looked like water.
If we get a chance to see that again, if you look right out behind the car, like right around the start-finish line, you're going to see something come flying up. Watch the car as it comes toward the start-finish line. You're going to see something come flying out just as the car turns sideways behind it.
Right,
see it right there. See
right there, yep.
Right there. Something's come out from behind the car, and he's run it over and cut the. See, there's the piece of metal coming down the center of the track right there.
Yeah.
Right up there. He's run over his own tailpipe, I think.
But then if you keep watching, see right there, there's something big going up the racetrack there, which looks
That
like
is the tailpipe.
Yeah.
The part of the tailpipe or the other tailpipe. All of a sudden, Jeff Burton has run across some faster race cars, much faster cars, and he's struggling to get by. He finally clears Junior and moves into the 5th position, makes that the 4th position.
Ken Schrader just put a lap down. He's in 21st place.
Junior doing everything he can to get that car off the corner. He is really sliding that thing.
Leader caught some lap traffic. It's allowed second and third to catch him.
Rusty's going under the, and Ricky Rudd would love to pass on the outside, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Nope.
Todd Bodine was the last one on the lead lap. He's in 20th place. Ward Burton's on pit road. Marty?
Here's Tony Stewart on.
And he's fallen all the way back to 16th right now. He said the car is just terrible. They are extremely tight. They do make an air pressure adjustment. They were also contemplating a wedge adjustment on Ward Burton's car. They're going to take 4 tires and very, very tight right now for the Caterpillar Dodge.
What about this with Stewart and Rudd?
These guys are battling hard. I thought Tony had him cleared back on the backstretch, but Ricky Rudd somehow fought back and he's still there. Those two guys got together back a little bit ago, and I didn't think they were going to get separated.
Start banging those tires together like that, you can knock the front end out of alignment, really affect the handling of your car, and you've still got 64 laps to go.
Or puncture a tire like we saw happen to John Andretti just a few laps into the race.
Yep. So while they got messing around with each other, Rusty Wallace got back away from them. Check out NYPD Blue every weeknight at 6 on TNT. Not going to be green flag pit stops.
BP, that could be another right front going down. What do you think?
Sure looks like exactly the same thing. We've seen 3 or 4 of these tonight.
Mike Skinner.
And Yosemite Sam has hit the wall.
Looney Tune guys had problems tonight.
Had a hard time tonight.
Just joining us or haven't been with us the whole night, Jeff Gordon involved in an accident, racing for third with Sterling Marlin at lap 35. Gordon is in 38th place, 116 laps down.
Gordon's got a right front down, too.
Yep. Now, here come the leaders to pit road. Could be the final stops of the night. How about the pressure on the pit crews? Got to get it done now, Matt.
The caution came at a great time for Tony Stewart. He was going to pit in 3 more laps. He said he needs help up off the corner and a turn in the center. They went up a half a pound in the left rear to Bill.
Pound up on the right rear for Rusty Wallace. Remember, he said we don't want to go down on air pressures late in the race because it's so late they go up on the right rear. Dave?
Once again, no changes for Ricky Rudd. He said to look at the left front fender, not because he thought it was a problem, but so the boys wouldn't have trouble getting the left front tire on. Marty.
Jeff Burton wanted a little more grip off of the corners. They went up quarter pound in both rear tires and a very long pit stop. They lose a lot of track position on pit road.
Hollywood is upset. Evidently, he had some trouble with the front tires on that 99 car. And you can see the entire crew. They had a really good car. They had moved into the 3rd position, and they lost a lot of time on pit road.
Rusty Wallace wins the race off the pit lane. Ricky Rudd is 2nd, Kevin Harvick 3rd, Dale Jr. 4th, then Tony Stewart 5th. Dale Jarrett gets out 6th, followed by Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte, Johnny Benson, and Bill Elliott. go take a look at what happened to Mike Skinner that brought out the caution flag.
Well, he hit the wall.
Not conclusive evidence,
no.
but
can't help you there.
Back underway, Ward Burton in the 22 car is on the tail end of the lead lap, in front of Rusty Wallace, who's the race leader. Ward had pitted under the green flag, then the caution came out, trapping him a lap down. He stayed on track when the other front runners pitted. That's how he got to be first behind the pace car. Robert Presley had a little loop down the front stretch, but he's continued on.
Ricky Rudd is hoping he can use some of these lap cars. Kyle Petty, Ward Burton, some of these cars to be able to get by Rusty Wallace. He's hoping Rusty will choose high and he'll go low, or vice versa.
You don't think they're thinking anything about that bump a few weeks ago, do you?
At Bristol?
Yeah. Wow, he's right on that bumper. Right on it.
If you're not familiar with what we're talking about at Bristol, on the last lap, these two cars, the 2 and 28, the 28 got in the back of the 2 going in the third corner on the last lap, kind of pushed him uphill, took the spot away. What was it, third or fourth?
Yeah. Fourth spot, yep. Showed it to you in our pre-race show. Also talked about in our pre-race show, how wild was it going to get tonight? We're down to wild time, 42 to go.
Oh, the one car got way high up in turn 2. Might have got a little bit of a tap.
Kenny Wallace kept it off the wall, though. He continues. He's back in 22nd place, a lap down. Well, we've seen this movie before. First few laps after a restart, Rudd pressures and pressures Rusty. If he can't get by right away, and he hasn't succeeded yet,
Takes Rusty 10 to 12 laps, Alan. 10 to 12 laps, and that's why they went up on the air pressure, trying to cut that time in half here this late in the race.
trouble down the front stretch. Dave Blaney has been spun into the trialable grass, comes back up onto the surface, but nobody gets into him. Caution's out. 11th one of the race.
And Ward Burton's going to get his lap back.
Oh, look out. Kyle Petty went screaming down there by where Dave Blaney's car sits, trying to get a lap back from Rusty Wallace. And Blaney's car was sitting there in that cloud of smoke. No fire in the engine there for Blaney. No power.
A lot of damage to that left rear on his car.
Yep, now he's got it fired up. Let's take a look.
It looks like he got hit by, is that Bill Elliott or Casey Atwood?
This Bill was right behind him.
Yeah, it's a 93 car. It looked like he checked up because of Stacy Compton getting out of shape here.
Yeah, and Bill's got a lot of damage on the right front of his car.
The 97 car hits the wall. I think that's what started all of it.
Yep, and there's Stacy in the back. Gets out of shape, and
Elliott through Blaney. See the damage on Elliott's car.
yeah, a lot of damage on the right front.
Green, green, green.
And 35 laps to go to decide, can Rusty Wallace hold off Ricky Rudd? Or all the rest of them, for that matter.
See if those new tires come into play for Benson and the other guys.
But like we talked about earlier in the show, location, location. Is he too far back to get up there fast enough to work through that traffic in only 30-some laps?
Kevin Harvick looking for second on Ricky Rudd. Not yet. Dave, Ricky Rudd has been shadowing Rusty Wallace all night, but he just can't get the lead.
And the problem, Alan, is that where Bill reported that Rusty's car comes in after a few laps, Ricky's car pretty much has what it has right now, according to Michael McSwain. He says we're good for the entire run. Our car doesn't really improve over time. I guess they can only wish from here.
And the caution flag is out.
Debris has just fallen off the Bill Elliott car. Caution number 12.
Wow, a lot more may.
Green.
Remember, Rudd's got to try and get him quick. The longer they go, the better Wallace gets over Rudd. Here comes Harvick for second. Rudd's got to be careful here. Jeff Gordon is well down in the field. He's in 36th place, 117 laps down. A second place finish is going to be a good points night for the championship for Ricky Rudd. He can't take a chance on getting taken out by the rookie behind him trying to get a spot.
And I don't think that Ricky Rudd realizes just how good this 29 car is right now. I think this is by far the best that Harvick has been all night long.
Looking down on Richmond from our U.S. Army Skycam. There are 212 ways to be a soldier. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
Oh,
Wallace is down. Rusty Wallace bumps onto that high lane. Ricky Rudd goes to the lead. Here comes Harvick underneath.
Ricky's got something hanging off the, looks like the rear of the car there.
Wallace is back in fourth.
I think that's where Harvick made contact with the back bumper of the 28 car.
See that hanging right there? Little piece of metal.
Let's take a look at what happened that knocked Rusty Wallace out of the lead that he's held for so long.
I don't think Ricky, he got loose. I mean, Rusty got loose on his own there. Ricky did not lay a fender on Rusty on that deal. He was close enough underneath the rear of the car where it probably took a little bit of air out. But I don't know, BP, did you see any contact there while it was happening?
I don't know. It was very, very close. I think you're right. I think Rusty got a little bit sideways as he got off the corner, which I think maybe allowed the 28 car to close up faster than he was going to. But whether or not there was contact or not, I couldn't tell.
I think the contact that came was after Rusty was sideways. Rusty was lifted off the gas to get control of his car, and if anything, Ricky nipped him there. If anything. So, the man who's led 276 laps of this race is back in fourth. And now with 18 laps to go, Kevin Harvick trying to get the lead on Ricky Rudd. Tony Stewart just got punted up out of the groove a lap ago by Jeff Burton. Stewart has fallen back to 9th place.
Harvick's car, where did he come from? This is by far the best his car has been all night. And he's turned Ricky Rudd sideways up. And how did Rudd save that car?
That is a save right there. Man.
Here comes Dale Jr. on run for second as Harvick takes the lead. Short track wildness has set in the late laps in Richmond. Going to be some hot tempers after this one. Kevin Harvick looking for his 3rd win of his rookie season. Six to go.
Ricky Rudd was quicker that lap than Kevin Harvick.
We've seen Harvick slip, we've seen Rudd slip, we've seen Wallace slip. He got the bumper. Here comes Rudd.
Oh, man.
The bump and run. Rudd goes back to the lead with 5 to go. He better get away from him, too.
BP, I told you these guys were better at it than most.
He better get away from him. This is going to be a popular win if Rudd holds on. He's a native of Chesapeake, Virginia. Not an hour's drive up the road from here. Junior on Harvick for second.
Float on the bottom, float on the bottom. Clear.
Here he comes again.
Still outside, 3 to go. 3, still outside.
Dale Jr., the farthest up of the drivers eligible for the $1 million bonus.
And Ricky Rudd is loving this. He's looking at that rearview mirror. He's going, race, boys, race. As he pulls away as they're doing it.
2 laps to go for Rudd. Earnhardt Jr. gave it a try. Looks like he may have to settle for third.
Unbelievable. The turn of events in the last 25, 30 laps.
White flag is out. Final lap for Ricky Rudd. He inherited the lead when Rusty Wallace slipped off a 2. Then Rudd's car got away. Kevin Harvick took the lead. He got back to Harvick. Used the old bump and run on him with 5 laps to go. And it's going to be a big night in the championship for Ricky Rudd. Checkered flag is up. Rudd wins the Chevy Monte Carlo 400 at Richmond. Is that a clenched fist being shown there?
I think they're okay with that.
Ricky Rudd pulling out a big night here in Richmond. He got the lead, he lost the lead, he got it back.